Hello! And welcome, everybody, to episode 742, I think it is, of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Good to have you on the program today. It's been a disaster of a week for me, professionally, with all of the connection issues that prevented me from going live this week. But I'm here now, and it looks like we've got a solid, steady signal, and I'm ready to play a new game. We did Poppy's Playtime Chapter 3 last week. We didn't defeat the boss, but that's because the boss was ridiculous, and totally not my fault. Completely unrelated to my abilities as a gamer, because that's unquestioned. Everybody knows this. No, it was the encounter. It was unfair. The boss wasn't abiding by the rules of the game. Like, it was cheating, is what I'm saying. The boss was cheating. So we're playing a new game today. And this is interesting. I don't know really anything about it. I kind of stumbled upon it when I was looking for a game on Steam. We're in a cave, and the cave is dark, and we don't have a light. And we've got to navigate our way through this cave using nothing but a VR headset and like radio waves, which maps the cave as we explore, which I think is an interesting concept. So I have no idea if it's a good game or not. But I think it's an interesting concept, and I want to try it out. It's good to see everybody on the program today. I think it was Von Reck who gifted some Oxhorn memberships earlier during the broadcast. I thought I saw something pop up there. Yeah, Von Reck gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you, Von Reck, and congratulations to Laura, Matt, Sarah, Knightley, and Radcon2222. Mark from Sales says, Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday right back at you. We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and Kick. HM Grant on Kick, good to see you. Robin and Roman and Toby and Rum Monogold and Garrett on Facebook, good to see all of you. And of course, it's wonderful to see all of the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters on YouTube today. Alt Grendel, The Magic Q, Von Reck, Laura, Matt, Sarah Knightley, Radcon, Craig Euler, and it's Mark from Sales who gifts 20 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Wow, thank you very much, Mark, and congratulations, everybody. We've got Stephen, Crimson, Grant, Keigler, Toby, David, Upper Darby, Guyver, Kim C, Tubble, Danny, Z Whitston, Terminator, Cookapet, Knox Black, Matthew Smith, Ludi Coden, Chopper, Gary, Jason, Phillip, Great War, Upper Darby, no, I saw that one already, Elvino, Paladin Dance's Girlfriend, and Mac Pupa. Extremely kind, everybody. Thank you so much. Marine98 and Mark from Sales. Okay, Marine, so that was Marine98 with some membership donations as well. Thank you both. Fishkey says, almost 2 years. What's this game about? Cheers, y'all. That's awesome, Fishkey. Oh, it's good to see that we're on Twitch. The Twitch viewers are filing in one by one. Good to see you, Blood Moon. I really don't know anything about the story. All I know is from the trailer that I watched and a few of the screenshots. Apparently, we're lost in a cave system, and we've got a tent, we've got a campsite. There's a lantern at our tent, but that's it, and we can't bring it with us. Once we walk away from the tent to find our way out of the cave, we're out of the light. So we have to use a VR headset, which generates radio waves to create a three-dimensional image, only when you're holding down the trigger of the emitter. But then again, even then, it only shows you, it only creates an image of what's directly in front of you, and when you turn, what you created begins to fade away. So it's a game of constantly trying to generate an image of the cave that you find yourself in while trying to maintain a spatial awareness and find your way out. Plus, I hear that there's a story along with it about the character that you're playing. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Alt Grendel says, hey, Ox, the catnap boss battle actually plays like the original Five Nights at Freddy's. Very frustrating. Yeah, I found it to be very frustrating as well. It was one of those things that wasn't very intuitive. But once you figured out the mechanics, it did make sense. Like, I'll give them credit. It was creative, and I've never had a boss fight like that before. Probably for good reason, because it's incredibly frustrating. Once you figure out where he's going to come from and the mechanics of it, it makes sense. But the thing that annoyed me, and which is why I quit after failing 7 times, was because Catnap doesn't abide by the mechanics of his own boss encounter. The premise of it is that you use the flare gun to see which hallway he's going to be going down. He can appear at any hallway, but the flare gun will tell you which one is the real Catnap. And so you find the real Catnap, and he's crawling towards you, and you make a mental calculation to decide how long it's going to take to get him, or for him to get from the end of the hallway to you. And after you make that mental calculation, you then decide how to allocate your time, all within a split second, by the way, so that you can open a gate and then put your hand on the power source and then use it to generate the smoke screen that flies down and pushes him away. But the problem is that he doesn't abide by that mental calculation that you've made. He'll just teleport up the hallway, and you can't predict it. You don't know when he's going to do it, which makes it more of just a game of chance. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play an encounter over and over and over again and just hope that this time that I play, I roll the dice correctly and he doesn't teleport to the end of the hallway and instantly kill me after I spend, 5 minutes investing in trying to get this boss guy down. No, I'm not doing that. It's not how I'm spending my time. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done complaining about that. It was an annoying boss battle. Maybe if we've got more time after the broadcast, I'll try again. I don't know. Tilly says, how do you get 100 math teachers in a room that only fits 99? You carry the one. Oh, like it. That is a scholastic joke there. I think there's going to be many teachers in the chat who are going to appreciate that. Mr. Red says, this stream looks like the perfect spot for a Mirelurk den. It does indeed. Incidentally, I've got a shirt on my shop that is the perfect spot for a Mirelurk den as well. Clueless and Callie became a Silver Ox. Thank you so much, Clueless and Callie. Luca S. says, how you doing, Ox? I'm doing well. I feel like I'm in limbo a little bit. I can't work on my lore video because I'm waiting for my new computer to arrive so that I can put my hard drives into that computer and boot it up and get back to where I was in Fallout 4 so I can capture footage for the epilogue. I can't capture that footage on this computer because, well, for a variety of reasons. If you're trying to record footage on the same computer that you're playing the game, you get choppy footage. And this is something that I learned the hard way when I did my series on Fallout 3. There were a couple of episodes where I had to use some really sort of glitchy, choppy footage because I didn't realize until too late that recording the footage on the same computer that you're playing the game ruins the footage. So with that lesson learned, I have to play the game on this computer and record the footage from this computer so that I don't have one CPU trying to process both actions. So I got to wait for my new computer to arrive, and then I can start working on my lore video. And then I have altered my setup to make it so that I can broadcast from this computer, but then my internet connection freaks out and just doesn't let... It's been frustrating, and I feel like I'm complaining, and I shouldn't be complaining. Tonight is about drinking scotch and having a great time. So, no more complaining. I'm done. Thank you. Tilly says, they say the early bird gets the worm, but I don't like that saying because the worm was up early too. Right, but an early worm doesn't get the bird. Right? Because he doesn't hunt. You could say that the early worm rises to the surface of a plot of land after a rain so that it doesn't drown. But that just doesn't have the same ring to it, right? Anyway, I'm drinking an Irish coffee today. I figured I'd try something else. And of course, what is scotch and smoke rings without a little bit of scotch? Alt Grendel says, what does a nihilistic Batman wear? His futility belt. I like it. That's a nice one. That's a good one, Alt Grendel. Well done. Irvin Chadwick says, hello, Ox. I hope your old man gaming skills are well honed tonight. Super well honed. They're always well honed. Are you suggesting that my old man gaming skills are at times not well honed? because I'll have you know that they are exceptionally well honed every time I sit down to do any type of gaming. And I don't need you to question that. Irvin Chadwick. Deuteronomus says, 5 years a member. Nice. Now, how about them 5-year badges, YouTube? Is this the thanks we get for helping your live ads play on my phone and TV simultaneously? That's a great point, and it's a frustration I've had as well. You reminded me, I'm going to reach out to my YouTube rep about that because I asked him about it earlier. 5-year badges. And at the time, he told me that they were going to add new badges as the years progress, but of course they haven't. So I'm going to ask them about that because I want to reward my members with 5-year badges. 5 years? I mean, it's 5 years. You can raise a toddler in that amount of time, right? There's a lot you can do in 5 years. And you guys chose to spend that time watching me, and I'm so honored and flattered, and I want to be able to give you some little reward. Ravens89 says, are you going to be playing any games tonight? Yes, Ravens89, I will be playing games tonight. This is Scotch and Smoke Rings. It's a show that I've been doing for, 15 years now? For a while. Has it been 15? 13, maybe. Oh, dear God. Chat is now saying that they're having some internet connectivity issues. It looks short-lived. Let's see if we can plow through this without having to switch to my mobile connection. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. I mean, it keeps on flipping from red to yellow, so I'm getting the impression that it's not nearly as bad as it was on Wednesday, and yet this is still unsufferable. Wait, we're back to green. We're back to green, and we're back to yellow. All right, it doesn't look quite as bad, but it's still pretty bad. I wonder if I can switch networks. Okay. All right, I got to make a change here. 1 second. Be right back.